Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to A1 Money. My name's JJ. I talk all things finance, so let's dive right in. There's a great saying, work smarter not harder. Your habits have ripple effects that over time compound. So wherever you are now is because of what you did in the past 5 years, and if you want to be in another position, then you need to start right now to fix these bad money habits. Habit number 1 to fix is sort your finance out and budget. So when payday comes around and the money hits the bank, don't just pay all your bills and then go out and spend it on whatever you like. Going out with friends to fancy restaurants and events. Well, probably can't do that as of now, but talking about if you can now or in the future. You want to automate your bank account and have different bank accounts, so when your salary gets paid in, it immediately goes towards everything that is important. So a portion goes towards your rent/mortgage and a portion towards your food and bills. And the most important part, a portion goes to yourself, half of that money to be saved for an emergency fund and for half of it to be invested. See, if you was planning to save and invest money that's left after you went shopping and doing your fun stuff, you will not be able to, because let's be real, you probably would have spent it all by the end of the month. People who get ahead financially do the exact opposite. They pay themselves first. They automate their system, so when you end up checking your bank account, you see the remaining money that is left. That's your enjoyment money, as all other money has already left and gone into separate accounts. This way, whatever money is left, that is the money that you then spend on whatever you want to do. It's your enjoyment money, but you have to be disciplined with your money. Don't pay yourself last. Habit number 2 to fix is one that I briefly touched on earlier, and that is putting off investing for later down the road, until when you have more disposable income. If you are doing this, if you are putting things off, the whole "I will do it tomorrow" method, then guess what? Tomorrow never comes and you have wasted not only a full day but could be possibly a full year. Just imagine you started investing 10 years ago or 5 years ago or 3 years ago. Your money could have been working for you for all those years, compounding and increasing your wealth. It's like this. Say you are overweight. I'm not saying you are overweight, I'm not calling you fat. I'm just saying imagine you are and you want to start losing weight, but you keep putting it off. By the time you are ready to commit, it could have been years gone, and if you started back then, you would be in way better shape now. But for your money to compound, it's even worse, because the longer you put off investing, the harder you'll have to work to get to the same level of wealth as someone who started investing earlier. The sooner you start with anything, and especially financial freedom, the less heavy lifting you have to do and the less of your own money it takes to get to being financially free. Now, where should I start investing? I imagine you screamed. There's plenty of asset classes. The best bet is to start investing in an index fund or ETF, S&P 500, FTSE 100, just to name a few, and there's many brokerage companies out there. But do your research first. Don't just listen to a random cartoon and then jump in head first. That should go without saying. Habit number 3 to fix is trying to keep up with your mates, who always seem to love champagne and caviar, or love spending money on expensive restaurants, and love staying in 5-star hotels, or can never be seen not driving a luxury car. Or maybe your mates don't have expensive tastes but love to always go out, pandemic dependent, but always spend hundreds on food, drinks and entertainment. This can really add up over time and really dry up your bank account. So if you have friends with bigger budgets or are big spenders than you, it's okay to be real with them and just tell them that you can't be spending money like that, because you are working towards some financial goals right now and need to save money. Or just blame it all on the pandemic why you can't spend money like before. Now, if they are your real friends, then they will understand. And if they don't, then it might be worth doing an investigation into your friendship with them and see what the pros are and cons of their friendship. Are they there for you, or are they just a drain on your finance? Habit number 4 to fix is going into debt, trying to keep up with the Jones. See, it's one thing spending time with your mates and spending money like it's nothing with them. At least in return you have a good time and get some nice memories. But still, nip that in the bud. But trying to keep up with the Joneses is a whole new kettle of fish, one where you get nothing in return. People you see on social media, on Instagram, seem to be rich and living this jet-set lifestyle, when in reality it's all fake. The average American has very little in savings and has an average of $38,000 in debt, and that's not even including mortgages, and more than half the UK adult population are in debt. It's reported that almost 27 million Brits are in debt, with 5 million owing over £10,000 in credit card debts, bank overdrafts, and loans such as personal or payday loans. So a lot of what you see in terms of that amazing jet set lifestyles on social media is fake. It's pointless chasing these experiences so you can post a cool photo on Instagram to look good to everybody else, while secretly you're up to your eyeballs in debt. Just because your neighbor got the new Beamer doesn't mean you need to go out and get the new Benz. For all you know, your neighbor might be in his or her eyeball in debt, and has to take on extra shift just to pay for that Beamer to look pretty in front of his or her house. Debt cripples any chance for financial freedom, so I know it's easier said than done, but you have to stop caring what other people think and do what is best for you. Habit number 5 to fix is putting everything on your credit card. It's good to use credit cards to boost your credit score, and certain credit cards give you rewards such as cash back and air miles. So it's good using them to get those rewards, all while building your credit score, which in the long run is good for you to get loans such as a mortgage, but you really don't need to be putting everything on the credit card. People often end up spending way more on their credit card than they would have spent otherwise, thinking it's okay, they will pay it off later, and doing that just cancels out all the benefits of having these credit cards. See, for everyday small things like coffees, drinks, or cab rides, just pay for it in cash or using your debit card. Now for big spending, so your weekly food shop, rent, or mobile contracts, then put that on your credit card and pay it off immediately. This way you don't forget, and don't end up with penalties such as negative marks on your credit file and late payment fees. The best way to avoid this is by setting up a direct debit to ensure your credit card payments are always made on time. See, the best way to utilize a credit card is to use it for big things that you already have the cash for. So you was going to pay your rent anyway, you was going to do a weekly food shop anyway, you are paying for your phone contract, so use a credit card to pay for these things and then immediately pay it off using your debit card. This way no late payment fees and no negative mark on your credit file, and you are slowly building your credit score. Using this method, it forces you to only buy things that you can afford to pay for in cash, while also allowing you to get those credit card rewards and improving your credit score. Also get credit cards that have a reward, don't be getting cards that have no rewards. So that's the video. Hope it was helpful. If it was, then subscribe, give it a like, and let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Check out this video that's on screen now, and catch you in the next one.